What number is it? 193. Found it straight away. Okay. It's going to have to be a quicker episode today. Can't spend ages drawing. My usual 2-hour session. Can't really do that today. Today's episode, Flamingo Pink. Have I even spelled that right? Yeah. 193. Okay. Let's do it. Interesting colour. Oh, thank you for the like. hands are freezing. It feels like I can't even hold the pen properly. You alright, Annie? Good to see you. Back on good old YouTube this time. How's it going? I did say in my community notes thingy that I was intending to start this at 5:30, but I messed that up, so we started at 6 like normal. How are you anyway? You good? R.I.P. Good as always. What about you? Yeah, good. It's been a decent day. My mum is visiting for the day before she goes up to Scotland to visit my nan. So we were. That's actually why I was late, because I was just having a good old chinwag with my mum. We were chatting about dinner and stuff. So, but I did still say to myself, I'm still streaming. But it's probably not going to be as long. Like, the drawing's not going to be as detailed and chunky as the other ones, because I'm going to have to get through this drawing a little bit quicker than I normally would. But I'll still try and make it good, obviously. I live with me mum. Not freeloading, just, big house, and why not? Mate, 100%. The amount things cost these days, I don't blame anyone for doing, saving some money. If it's cheaper for you, if it's easier for you, way of life, then I do not judge at all. I think I was 25 when I moved out. Was I 25? I can't remember exactly, but 24, 25 when I moved out. When I got my, it was when I changed jobs, so I used to work like in a video game store. But obviously that just paid nowhere near enough to even begin to look at a place. But then I got a new job, which did. So then me and the missus moved into our first place together on the back of it. But no, mate, I do not judge at all. Living with the folks still, nothing wrong with it. One house, multiple streams of income besides my parents are gonna be in my care when they get old. Yeah. Dad's a hardcore military man. good on him. My dad was also, well, he was in the Royal Air Force. My father was, so he used to do all the, well, still classed as the military, but he wasn't on like the front line. He did the sort of plane repairs and all that sort of stuff. I don't know exactly how it worked. He's obviously retired from the Air Force now. Father retired from the army, but he just couldn't stay retired and went back to another branch of the army. That's fair enough. My dad's a after he retired from the RAF, he was a technical author. He recently retired, but then he went back to work. I think because he was bored. Evening, Dead Hand. How's it going? He was just 43, was he? When he retired. I don't know how old my dad, where were we? 97 he retired, so he would have been... Do a bit of maths here. How old was I? 11. Oh, my dad was only about 41. But he went straight into another sort of field, which was like an offshoot, was similar to what he did. Or was it similar? I don't know exactly. I can't remember, too young. How are you, Dead Hand, anyway? You good? Flamingo pink is the colour today. So a different kind of drawing. So because my good old mother is round, and my dad very kindly offered to, or he's given us some cash to spend on a takeaway today. So it's kind of moved things around for dinner. So I'm going to have to... The plan was to order out before I came on here, but my daughter's been out and my missus is still out, which hence was why I was originally going to come on earlier, but I messed that up. It just means I'm going to have to do a slightly quicker stream, I think. So I'm going to have had to adjust exactly what I'm drawing, if you know what I mean. Because I can't have people waiting for me for 2 hours and they'll get hungry. So going to go for, see where we're at after about an hour and a half. but I'm hoping I can do enough sort of like this, so it's not like ultra detailed, but it's still detailed enough, but quick enough, if you know what I mean. Because of dinner and all that stuff, it's kind of had to change a few things, but still here. I still said I'll stream because that's what Fridays are about for me. I had planned on I think I was saying to Koo last time I spoke to him, because he did some pixel art stuff, because I was trying to work out how to best get do these kind of drawings digitally. I thought, do I paint them or do I do something else with them? And pixel art was something that I thought about doing, but I couldn't make it work. So I kind of went away from it, but then I've thought on it a bit more and think, right, if I change the way that I draw, I think I could make it work, because I've started to get the itch for maybe messing about with making some games. There's I think I said it last time, there's a bit of software on Steam called Shmup Creator, and it just seems kind of primed and geared for pixel art, so I might return to it and have another crack. Doing well, thank you. Good. Mediterranean just can't stay in one piece. Yeah. How dare it? I know, man. I know. Disrupting my stream, how dare it? But I still made it on time for 6, although not technically, because I did say I was going to change it till R5, but I completely cocked that up. So I thought, well, at the very least, I'm on at 6. Can't grumble at that. And I thought as well, I'm going to earn my takeout today as well, because we're having Urban Burger today, and I flipping love Urban Burger. So I'm going to earn my meal. But I'm glad to see that you're all doing well. That's what we want to see. I was trying to think of ways that I could afford Shmup Creator, because it's about £54, so I'm going to wait for the Christmas sale. See if it drops down. If it goes to about 30, 35, I think I'm going to get it. Because I had a look at, I don't know if I said this before when I was last on, I was going to have a look at revisiting Game Maker, because Construct 2 is the program I used before. I showed that vertical shmup that I built, or part of it. It was just the first sort of level where I shot some enemies. But Construct 2 is a dated software now. It's on Construct 3. But Construct 3 is a yearly subscription. It's like I think it's over £100 a year, and I'm thinking there's no way I'm doing that. So that's out of the question. I've switched on Game Maker because it is free on Steam, but it just just seems a little bit too overwhelming for me at the minute, where I think I need something a bit more streamlined. So I had a look at Shmup Creator, and that's geared very specifically towards that kind of gameplay, which is a really simple type of game, and one that I think I could manage. I should really zoom into this, shouldn't I? So yeah, I think I'm going to have a look at that. Oh, it's starting to get rather cold where I live now. Where I live or you live? I didn't see that. Where I live now. It is me. What are we on? Peen rain outside. Well, it's like that horrible drizzly rain. It says it's 10 degrees outside. The problem I get when it gets cold is that I don't feel cold, like I feel okay. It's the backs of my hands that get freezing. So it makes it really uncomfortable to like hold pens and stuff like that. I find that a bit annoying. It's 20 degrees Celsius out here. The thing is, this is a tropical area. It goes up to 30. I couldn't live in a place like that. That's way too hot for me. People moan about the UK weather. I think the temperature is actually fine. Like in summers, when it gets to like between 20 and 25 degrees in the summer, it's perfect. But the last 2 years have been a joke. So last year it was 40 degrees, which is just nonsense. And then this year it was really mild and rain pretty much all of it. There was like a brief summer spell in September. And the problem is I think the cold weather here lasts too long. So like it gets to April and it's still too cold. It's like, right, you've had your winter cold, like enough now. But the weather in the UK has been all over the place this year. It's done my head in. Can't make its flipping mind up. my knees go in the cold, but I love the cold way more than the whether it's summer, it's 42. That's mental. Yeah, 42 is too hot. In the 20s is fine. I think that's a good summer temperature. I don't mind that, but yeah, we experienced 42. The problem is here, because we're not used to temperatures like that, there's no aircon. So it's just, it's, you know, you can't function in it. It's awful. And it's usually the cold weather that gets us. "39. Yeah, similar age to me. You're a year older than I am. I was just chatting to my mum downstairs about that, about how it's really weird that a mate of mine who I went to school with, who I'm still friends with, I still chat with, he was telling me that his son has just started at the school that he and I used to go to, and that tripped me out a bit. I'm like, God, it's just really bizarre. It's a different heat here, though, than say, yeah, it is like in like your Spains and your Portugals, your holiday destinations. It feels like appropriately hot, and you're there to enjoy it. Whereas at home, it's like more of a muggy, uncomfortable heat. It's just not as nice. I think the UK used to lower temperatures, thicker walls, no outcome. Yeah, exactly. 60 degrees, that's insane. Yeah. If you've grown up in it, then yeah, you will be used to it. Bodily fluids and that. Yeah, it would just be, nah, see you later. See you later, is what it would be. God, my lines are all over the place. Oh, what have I done there? Little hand fart is what that was. Feeling cold in 20 degrees is like normal UK. Yeah, 20's warm here. 20, yeah, I was just saying it earlier that 20's bang on. Between 20 and 25 is bang on. That's where you want it. Under a blanket in the 20s, and 20 normally means fans are out and ready for action. Yeah, the beers. All the chavs go shirtless. You know what it's about. Fine. You've got a fan running as well. What is with my... It must be my cold hands. Some of my lines have been ridiculous. What's all that? 20 for me is the temperature where without the fan it's too hot and with it's kind of chilly. That middle ground of not knowing what to feel like. Ah, that'd be perfect for me. Thank you for the second like as well, whoever's done that. Appreciate it. Oh, it's yourself, Dead Hand. Thank you. Yeah, it's a little bit more of a basic design today since I'm a little bit pressed for time, but hopefully still looks decent. Guess we'll know afterwards, won't we? I introduced my son to One Punch Man this week and he absolutely loves it. Laughing his head off. I'd say that's probably my favourite anime. Or one of. It's just so good, it's so funny. Bald Man Saitama. Never got around to watching One Punch Man, don't know why. I think it was one of those where the only anime, or my first introduction to it, was the Animatrix I got with a box set. And I ended up really liking it. Because I'd heard, like, you know, a lot of anime's nonsense. Like, I had a few friends who were well into it and it just didn't really appeal to me. But I thought I'll start watching some of the big name ones. So I got Akira and Ghost in the Shell on Blu-ray and thought they were both brilliant. One Punch Man, just very much my kind of comedy, so I really enjoyed it, taking the mickey out of itself. But I would say also Cowboy Bebop and Attack on Titan are my two others. More so Attack on Titan, I think that's brilliant. Vampire. I've heard of Vampire Hunter. It's Tallow season. Make movies come classic. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought. If it's a horror, not a kids thing. But yeah, 90s seems to be when anime. A lot of really good anime. Was it Evangelion? I started watching that. I did enjoy it. I need to finish it though. There's one that's just come on Netflix called Paprika. One of my friends was raving about that, saying it's really good. I've not seen it though. You're in for a treat with Evangelion. I'm halfway through it. And like I said, I'm really liking it at the minute. I think I'm halfway through the first season. And I do like it. I was depressed for like a week. Yes. One thing about anime and manga, they do dystopia very well. Appleseed, another one. A friend told me about Appleseed when we were at uni, but I never got around to watching it. I did get an Appleseed Blu-ray, but it's not the main film. It's like a... I don't know, is it like a prequel or something? I don't know, I'll have to check. What's it called? It's up here somewhere. I've got a Halo one as well, but I don't think it's manga or anime. Where is it? Ghost in the Shell. Is that Blu-ray one? Oh, there it is. Yeah, Appleseed Ex Machina. So that's one that I got, but I haven't watched it yet because it's not the fully fledged film. So I don't know. Coop, how's it going, man? You good? Good to see you. Ticking on. We're all just ticking on. But yeah, there's loads of anime stuff that I do want to catch up with and watch. We're just chatting about manga and anime, Coob. I don't think I'm going to start One Piece. I just don't think I'm going to do it. It's like it was a million episodes or something. It's a sequel, is it? Ex Machina, yeah. So that's why I've held off watching it, because I knew it wasn't the original one. I mistakenly picked it up. It's not as good as the comic. See, I'd probably give the comic a shot. One I watched recently, Into the Abyss, which, all right, that sounds good. Into the Abyss, I might give that. There's one called Shame, a film on Netflix that I really liked. I thought that was good. Spare with me 2 seconds. I'm going to go for a wee wee. I'm back. Sorry, just had to go to the restroom. See, I enjoyed Dragon Ball when I was a kid, but fell off anime in my teens. Bleach Supremacist. I heard Bleach was good. I do want to see that. I didn't. Yeah, I did. I mean, I know of Dragon Ball. I don't think I'll ever start watching it. I think that's the kind. No, no. Was it this year that Pokemon finally ended? But yeah, it just like I just don't think I could do it now. They're milking Dragon Ball harder than a cow. Kids' versions of the characters. Yeah, I just don't think I could do Dragon Ball now. I could be wrong, but Dragon Ball seems to be what One Punch Man is taking the piss out of. Like, it just seems to take itself a bit too seriously. I mean, I could be completely wrong because I've not seen it, but I just get the impression that that's what it is. Much like, yeah. Saitama as well as a gay character. I think that's why it's funny, because he's depressed about it. That's why One Punch Man works for me. I think it's really funny. Cool. I've been listening to a lot of your tunes. Have you really tickled my ear hole? $193. Yeah, I might put that right there, actually. Definitely A193, yes. It's a good way to describe it. Vibrates the bones in my ear. Some of my lines today have been flipping terrible. I really like the dots you've got going on in this piece, but thank you. Yeah, I did a piece similar to this because I'm a little pressed for time. Not majorly, but a little. I thought I'll need to do like a simpler design for this one. Where it's not as detail heavy. So I thought the little dashes and dots could maybe kind of fill in some of the blanks. Oof. No, I think you keep up. How wholesome. Nice wholesome chat. It's always good to see. Yeah, I'll also look forward to hearing your new piece once it's done, Goob. I'm getting some dropouts. My interwebs are shocking. I'm getting some dropouts too. Is the stream still going? I've not looked up in a few minutes. Yeah, something must be happening with the tinterwebs then. I don't know what's going on with that. My camera is a bit skew-whiff though. And my drawing angle. Yeah, it says there's only one person watching in this. But all 3 of you are still here, so I don't know. So it's something dodgy is afoot. YouTube, am I right? Yeah, YouTube. YouTube's being a nuisance. I've just noticed I've got 4 likes in total. Thank you very much for everyone who's dropped us a like. Appreciate it. Let's work on this side a bit more. And the chat's disappeared completely, so I cannot read what anyone is saying. Let me refresh the page, see if that will... Nope, doesn't want to do it. Okay, there it is. Bloody YouTube. Bloody thing. Oh, some of my lines today. Sheesh. That's probably the website is Hate and Love Equally. YouTube Diarrhea. Gotta love or hate it. Yeah, it's... I can't work this stupid thing out. Just checking something. Not quite as high up. I mean, it's a shorter drawing, but I think I picked the right kind of design choices. It looks quite cool, I think. So I can get it to the end and then I can trail off with some of it, I guess. I don't know, we'll see. We shall see. It must be the hunger why some of my lines are absolute dross. I don't know why I'm making a pig's ear of it so badly. I like it, it's very cool. Thank you, appreciate it. I think this has been a good drawing to do as well, because a lot of my drawings recently, in my opinion, have taken far, far longer than they need to be. I don't know why, like the patterns aren't more complicated. I don't know how to moan about that in another thing that I did. Not even the live stream ones are fine because I'm chatting, which slows stuff down, which is fine. That's what I like about the live stream. But other drawings that I've done, like recorded ones, where they've just taken ages, like the last sketchbook one I did, that's a time-lapse one. It just took forever. And I thought, why? It's no more complicated than other ones I've done. So I don't know if it's something in my technique I've changed. I don't know. Maybe overly concentrating on minor details when I don't need to. I just don't know. I slow down when I'm trying to make really straight lines. Maybe that's your problem. It might be. I don't know. And I'm just not. The stream that I did a while ago. I'll show you. Actually, I remember doing this when I specifically wanted to practice kind of looser lines. In fact, I remember it vividly because I knocked out a load of sketchbooks after it. I say a load, like 3 or 4. I did it as a Monday stream, and I really liked the way I changed it up. It just made for faster, looser drawings. There, that's it. So I remember when I did this stream here, like the way I was drawing the shapes, it was a lot looser, a lot faster, and I just thought they looked better. They had like a bit of a rougher edge. And I was kind of getting through more interesting shapes a bit quicker as well. It's that whole thing, like if you focus too much on one thing, but like my thing at the minute is I'm focusing too much on how long something's taking me, so it's, in effect it's going to make me take longer, isn't it? It's always going to be the way, I think. Folks can make short time seem longer. Like it's a parrot. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like when you think a certain amount of time's gone by and it's way different to what it felt like. Do you ever get that thing? Like if you go to a place in the car, it seems like it takes a lot longer than when you come back from it. Like you kind of feel that on longer journeys. God, what is with these lines? It's the anticipation, yeah. I think I'd have to agree with that. You're looking forward to going somewhere, and then when you come back, it's probably time passes normally. so I don't bend the paper when I'm leaning on it. Looks like a 3D maze, like the wall should be moving around. Yes, created a cool little effect. I do quite like that as a main drawing. I think what I'm going to do now, I'm going to leave the main drawing as that, but I'm going to do some background stuff. But I need to figure out what those background things are going to be. In fact, what I might do actually is I might have sections come away from it. So I might do like a block up here and then dot it out, a block over there and dot it out. So it's not perfectly square like that. I'll squiggle the old thingy on it first. Yeah, I think I know what I'm going to do. There you go, just to make it a bit more interesting. Ooh. Let's have a look at you. A bit more of a simple pattern slash design this time. Flatten that out a bit. But I don't mind the simplicity of it. I do quite like it. Thank you for the 5th like as well, whoever did that. So I'm just trying to flatten it out a bit because of the... But yeah, I'm going to call that one there, I think. I thought about doing a more complicated background, but I just thought, you know what? I think I'm going to leave it like that. Yeah, it's a pattern I did on a drawing that I've done before, and I really liked the pattern, and I just thought the simplicity of it. I'll try that since I'm a little pressed for time. So I'm, like I said, I had about an hour, and I've an hour to an hour and a half is what I said, and I've just gone over that. Yeah, because my kids are getting hungry, and I've got to order food for everybody, and the missus should be coming back now anyway. So, but yeah, overall, not bad. This is a pattern that I've not put in my like cheat sheet things either, but so it's definitely one I'm going to look to develop. But I had to give it. Oh, thank you, left-handed painter. Appreciate it. Really nice, bud. Makes me think of bricks in a wall. Well, yeah, I tried a brick pattern in my black book, but it was that shambles stream, and it was just ugh. But this, I think, is a sort of better idea for it, so I might develop this, because the brick pattern is something I did have in my cheat sheet, so I might combine these two to make something more interesting. But I'm going to call it there. Thank you all very much for popping in. Dead Hand, Coob, Annie, Left-Handed Painter, thank you for dropping a like. I don't know how long you're in here for, but I do always appreciate it. The next time I'm on stream on YouTube, Monday 6 o'clock UK time in the Black Book. I might do a stream at the weekend on TikTok in my TikTok book, so this book here, specifically for TikTok streams, where I do quick sketches like this. So, you know, that's when I might next be on. But yeah, have a look at it. It's always around, I'll always try and get one around 6. If I ever do a surprise stream, it will always usually be about 6 PM. So yeah, about the last minutes, mate. No, even if it's just for a few minutes, I'm always appreciative of people who come in, even if it's just for a couple of minutes. But yeah, next time I'm on, Monday at 6, I might try and stop by on the weekend. Thank you all again for popping in. Have a very good weekend.